Dense forests and deep dark seas tend to hide the kind of mysteries that seem like a myth until they start appearing in reality. Are you ready to see one in a million encounter? Let's begin. After Super Typhoon Haiyan devastated Vietnam, something truly strange washed ashore. A giant creature from the Philippines was swept in by the storm's massive waves. It was unlike anything anyone had ever seen before, a sea monster of enormous size. As soon as the news spread, people from all around gathered, and authorities rushed to the site to clear the area. Its sheer size required a truck and lifter to move it. Perhaps it was a prehistoric marine animal, awakened from the depths by Haiyan's powerful waves, but no one could say for sure what it exactly was. Mysterious encounter. Tired of the eerie whispers about the Banu ghost, locals decided to take action. The dark figure in the river had been spotted far too many times, causing fear to ripple through the village. They ventured into the water to confront the spirit, with their shaman leading the way. What they caught was believed to be the Banu. The shaman recited powerful verses, and it seemed like the spirit was pulled right out of the figure. After that, peace returned to the village. Some say the ghost was banished for good, but others believe it's only lying in wait, angrier than ever. Tale or tale?
Tell me what the fuck this is.
Marine experts were on the beach collecting fish samples when they came across an unexpected find, a large carcass with a huge tail. At first, they were unsure to whom it belonged, but after closer inspection, they discovered it was a mermaid. Could this be proof that mermaids are real? The discovery left many questions unanswered. While it's still up for debate, one thing was clear: environmental pollution might have played a role in this creature's tragic end. A strange and eerie reminder of the impact we have on the ocean.
So you think it's like a giant motherfucking fish?
No.
Bizarre humanoid. On July 9th, 2018, a man on a beach in China stumbled upon something strange. At first, he thought it was just a sponge, but when he picked it up, he saw it moving its legs. The creature had a human-like head, arms, and legs, but its body was unlike anything anyone had ever seen. It appeared to be a bizarre humanoid sea creature. The appearance of such beings from the water makes sense, as we only know 5% of water. Vanishing beast. Just when everyone thought the Banu ghost was gone for good, it happened again. A group of locals walking near the river spotted something terrifying. A massive 3-meter long, dark, hairy figure in the water. From above, it looked like it had just a head with a long tail. Sound familiar? It looked just like the Banu ghost they tried to banish a few months ago. In a rush, they jumped into the river, trying everything to scare it off, but nothing worked. The creature stayed unbothered. Looks like some curses don't go away that easily. And who knows what's coming next for the villagers? Eerie discovery.
Look.
In Gensan, Philippines, at the local fish port, fishermen were unloading their catch when something truly bizarre was recorded. One fisherman pulled up a creature unlike any other. Its upper body was human, while the lower half was fish-like, resembling a merman. The creature was quickly taken to an unknown location, sparking rumors and curiosity among the locals. Now, everyone is waiting to see how government agencies will handle such an extraordinary discovery. Could this be a one-time freak occurrence? Or is there more to this mystery than anyone imagined?
Oh, hell no. That's crazy.
Weird living creature. A beach cleaner in the Philippines stumbled upon a strange 20-foot white creature washed up on the shore. Beachgoers quickly started guessing it might be a sea cow, but when officials arrived to examine it, they confirmed it was a whale. It seems the whale had been struck by a ship, though its decomposed state made it difficult to determine the species. Ships need to be more careful. The ocean belongs to creatures like whales, and protecting marine life is something we all can do. Russian monster. A fisherman in Russia, paddling on his stand-up board, stumbled upon something extraordinary. It wasn't a regular crab, it was enormous. Its legs stretched across the shore like thick, solid branches, covering a significant area. It turned out to be a Russian red king crab, famous for its massive size. Finding such a giant crab in an unusual spot like a beach ashore might result from migration, accidental release, or human activity. This sighting left the fisherman amazed, creating a story he'd never forget. Strange carcass. Do you think a crane is only used for carrying garbage? Well, the driver didn't expect this. While operating the crane, he found himself lifting something strange, a lifeless creature. At first glance, it looked like a fish, but it was too long. As the camera zoomed in, it turned out to be the carcass of a massive Wells catfish. The crane was likely transporting it for burial. It was a surprising and unusual sight that left everyone wondering how such a giant fish ended up in this situation. Gray creature. Two explorers were just out on their usual walk when they spotted something strange on the ground. It was a being, all in gray, with features that weren't human. The thought of it being an alien started to feel more and more real. Maybe it had crash landed, given its condition. The video cuts off, and soon after, the explorers were warned by officials to take it down. What was so important about that footage that they needed to silence it? Mysterious find. A beachgoer spotted something strange in the water, a scaly creature. Curious, he used a stick to get a closer look, and when he posted the video online, it quickly went viral. Some people thought it might be a pangolin-like creature because of its scaly, armored appearance, but that would be unusual to find on a beach. Others speculated it could be a large aquatic animal with similar texture. Some even wondered if it was the remains of a fish or sea turtle, with its soft but scaly surface. Whatever it was, it sparked some interesting theories. Weird find. A beach janitor was just doing his usual rounds when he spotted something sticking out of the sand. It looked like a suction cup. Curious, he tried poking it with his stick, but it was too soft and squishy. At first, he thought it might be an octopus, but when he looked closer, he saw two long tentacles and oval-shaped bodies. That's when he realized it wasn't an octopus at all. It was a cuttlefish. These creatures are pretty clever. They can change colors to blend in with their surroundings. It seems this one was buried in the sand, probably trying to hide and stay safe. Unexpected visitor.
During
a late-night drive, a group of friends spotted a strange creature on the road. At first, they thought it was a rat or squirrel, but as they got closer, it was something entirely different. Some even thought it could be possibly a rare or endangered species. The tiny creature was struggling to cross the road, so one of them gently helped it along. Later, when they shared the video online, viewers identified this unexpected visitor as a Cyclopes didactylus, a tiny nocturnal mammal. Monster captured. A leaked video is making waves on social media, and it's for all the wrong reasons. The clip shows a green creature that looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but this time it's not a prop or someone in a costume. Rumors suggest it could be the result of a failed scientific experiment. Whether that's true or not, the sight of this thing is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. Who knows what kind of secrets are hiding behind lab doors? Haunting hybrid. A wildlife photographer had a bizarre encounter in the woods. At first glance, he thought he spotted an owl clutching something in its beak, but as he looked closer, it turned out to be far from an ordinary owl. This strange creature had the upper body of an owl, but a back resembling a marine animal, complete with a thorny tail. Experts speculated it could be some kind of owl-marine hybrid. The photographer managed to capture detailed footage, but wisely decided to release it back, sensing that this unusual creature wasn't exactly welcoming. Haunting marine animal.
What the hell is that?
An adventurer was exploring the forest when she stumbled upon a strange owl. At first glance, it seemed like a barn owl chick, but something about it seemed off. The owl was perched in a grassy area, likely near its nest or searching for food. The adventurer couldn't quite figure out its exact species, but the odd sight made her wonder if it was a rare or lesser known type of owl. It was a mysterious discovery that caught her attention in the wild.
And I'm even more confused than I was like...
Shadow visitor. Late one night, a resident woke up and glanced out of his window. He noticed a strange sight in the backyard. The tree, now bare of leaves, seemed different somehow. But what caught his eye wasn't just the tree itself. It was something strange on the top of it. There, staring back at him, was what looked like a figure, small and oddly shaped. It had an unsettling appearance, maybe a goblin peering through the darkness. He couldn't make sense of it, but he knew one thing for sure. This wasn't something he had ever seen before. Chupacabra or shapeshifter? A strange dog-like creature was spotted in the town's dumpster, searching for food. But this wasn't your ordinary stray. It looked like nothing anyone had seen before. Its glowing eyes and completely hairless skin gave it an eerie appearance, and many immediately started calling it a chupacabra or even a shapeshifter. As the crowd grew around the dumpster, the mysterious creature slowly backed away, almost as if it knew it was being watched. When authorities arrived to investigate, they tried to downplay the situation, claiming it was just a hairless raccoon. But no one believed that explanation and wondered how such a creature could enter the town. It's a mystery that still has everyone on edge. Night Stalker.
Oh! Holy!
A video has been making waves online, leaving viewers puzzled. The footage shows a creature in a narrow path, its body covered in long fur as it walks on its legs. At first glance, it seems like just another animal, but then things take an unexpected turn. Creature begins changing its shape, completely unrecognizable. Some believe it was trying to find a way out, while others suggest it might have been triggered by the nearby light. Whatever it was, it left many asking, what could cause such a bizarre transformation? Terrifying encounter. Driving down a dark road, a man honked his car horn at what seemed to be a cow standing in his way. Nothing unusual, right? But as the cow moved, he noticed something terrifying. It had no proper face, just a distorted mouth. The sight left people debating. Some believed it was due to a genetic condition, while others speculated it might be the result of a failed scientific experiment. One thing's for sure, this driver might think twice now before passing by a cow without a second glance. Mysterious encounters. So this scuba diver was just out doing his thing when he noticed something strange in the water. At first, he thought it was just some sort of floating plant, but when he took a closer look, he realized it was a whole bunch of striped eel catfish, also known as Nasrallah fish. It was happening in the Gulf of Eilat, Israel, and what was even cooler, these fish were all grouped in a tight ball. It turns out they do this to look like a bigger, more intimidating creature, scaring off anything that might try to mess with them. Pretty smart move for such a small fish. The sight must have made the day of the diver. Woodland mystery.
Yo, I think we're seeing some aliens.
Ever had that strange feeling while walking through the woods? One tourist did, and it led him to an unsettling sight. As he glanced around, he saw movement coming from a tree hole. Something was watching him. Its form was unclear, but it was no animal. Locals spoke of goblins that lurked in the trees, scaring anyone who dared to venture too far. But this tourist wasn't backing down. What he discovered next would leave him questioning everything he thought he knew.
Oh, whoa, what is that?
Rare sight. A man driving through a quiet rural area came to an abrupt stop when something bizarre caught his eye. Across the pond, a creepy, hairless creature stood frozen. Its unusual appearance didn't match any known animal, and its stillness was unnerving. Even stranger, the creature locked its gaze directly on him as if studying him in return. Some believe it could have been a skinwalker that hadn't fully transformed into any recognizable form. If this truly was a skinwalker, it was one of the eeriest encounters ever caught on camera. Bizarre being. This strange event was reported in Limpopo. Two friends were driving along a quiet road when they noticed something shocking among a group of dogs. One of the creatures looked bizarre. It seemed to be half human and half dog, possibly a dogman. It moved on all fours with a human-like body, matching the speed of the dogs around it. It almost looked like the beast was using the dogs as cover, blending in to avoid being noticed. The friends followed the creature for a short distance. Fearing what might happen if they got too close, they eventually turned back. Shadow and silence.
Pala si Justin. Pala si John Lee.
Ako naman si Raven.
5 young friends in the Philippines were vlogging about their day as they fished on a bus near the river. Everything seemed like a typical, fun day until something strange caught their attention. In the background, no more than 15 feet away, a coal-black figure seemed to run toward the river, then just disappeared out of sight. The group didn't notice at the time, but when they walked over to the same spot moments later, there was nothing there. Was it a jinn or an evil spirit? This mysterious footage remains unexplained. I bet the boys were not able to sleep that night. Mysterious creature. Locals in a remote jungle made an unusual discovery when they came across a strange creature. At first, it looked like a huge butterfly, but there was something different about it. The creature's wings were much larger than any butterfly they had seen, and they shimmered in the light. Its body also felt odd, not like any insect they knew. Some people thought it might be a mix of an insect and something else. The way it moved seemed too smooth for a creature of its size. Experts are unsure if it's a new species or something caused by a genetic oddity. Slender surprise.
A
worker was busy at his job when something unusual caught his eye. On the ground, he spotted a pale, slimy creature that looked like a lizard at first glance. It wasn't moving its body, only its head, which made it even stranger. Curious, he took a closer look and noticed it resembled an salamander, those rare creatures that live deep underwater. But something didn't add up. Olms are blind, and this creature has eyes. When the workers shared the video online, viewers debated its identity. Some insisted it couldn't be an old, while others suggested it might be a skink. What do you think this odd little creature could be? Wingy creature. At the edge of a quiet lake, locals were puzzled by a strange discovery. A creature with what appeared to have wings was spotted near the shore. Its body looked like a fish, but the vibrant blue wings left everyone staring at it. Turns out it was a sea robin, a fish known for its wing-like fins that help it glide through shallow waters. However, finding it in a lake was unusual. Locals speculated how it got there. Some thought it was accidentally introduced, while others believed floodwaters might have carried it. Whatever the cause, the winged fish became a hot topic for nature lovers and fishermen. Creepy wanderer. A reporter was busy with her usual segment, completely unaware of what her cameraman had unknowingly captured. It wasn't just the regular passer, but something small and strange moved in the background. It seemed like the tiny being didn't want to be noticed, but luck wasn't on its side. The clip became an instant sensation online. While some said it was just observing, others believed it was studying humans from afar. Guess you never know who or what might be watching. Keep your eyes open, you might just spot one too. Carbon creature. During a museum exhibition in Cirebon, Indonesia, visitors were shocked when they noticed a peculiar creature in one of the vivariums. Unlike the others, this one had a deformed body with its lower half entirely missing, making it look more like a strange, carbon-based entity than a typical living being. Some people believed it was artificially created, possibly the result of secret scientific experiments or tests gone wrong. Others speculated it might be a mutation caused by the area's increasing pollution, a new life form adapting to harsh conditions. Curious catch. A fisherman made a bizarre discovery in a pond. He caught a tiny creature that fit in his palm. It had the head of a deer with delicate antlers, while its lower body gleamed like a fish with shimmering scales. For a moment, it seemed like a magical hybrid straight out of a storybook. Experts, however, believed it was a rare species of fish with unique features resembling land animals, likely due to genetic variations. This was nature's way of showing how unpredictable and fascinating it can be. Unusual discovery. Very unusual turtle has been going viral, and it's easy to see why. This turtle didn't look like any ordinary one. Its head was unusually large, and its tail was as long as its shell. Many believed it was an alligator snapping turtle, but its back did not resemble that of alligators, while others suggested it might be a rare mutation. Its unique appearance left everyone puzzled and amazed. This turtle remains a mystery, but it keeps people fascinated. Forest Guardian. A local was heading back home when something caught his eye near a field. As he looked closer, he saw it. A creature unlike anything he had ever seen before. It had bat-like wings and a raccoon-like body. Curious, he uploaded the video online, hoping someone could explain it. The responses were wild. Some suggested it could be a goblin bat, while others were sure it was an Eastern European cryptid, an ancient creature said to roam the moonlit nights. Twisting rope. A guy was walking through a quiet, deserted area when he noticed what seemed like a rope lying on the ground. But to his shock, it started twisting and moving on its own. He stepped back, both confused and surprised. As he looked closer, he realized it wasn't a rope at all. It was a giant worm. But what was the reason behind this odd behavior? Turns out worms sometimes do this as a way of moving around or hunting for food. Horned mystery. A tourist, lost in a remote area, wandered deeper into the unknown. As he moved through the brush, something caught his eye. He stopped in his tracks. At first, it appeared like any ordinary snake, slithering through the tall grass. But then he noticed it wasn't quite the same. There were two odd protrusions on its head, the horns. His mind raced, trying to make sense of what he was seeing. Was it a new species of snake, or was this creature something else entirely? Unexpected creature. In Argentina, locals were shocked when a calf was born with a strange, unusual appearance. Its face had features that didn't quite match the usual. The small nose and mouth seemed out of place, and its skull appeared more like a human. It struggled to lift its head, hinting it might be weak. Unfortunately, it passed away just hours after birth. As word spread, farmers and experts alike were baffled by the rare occurrence, with some speculating this mutation was caused by mutagens that altered the calf's gene sequence. Unknown mass. On April 19th, 2011, dockworkers at a Baltic Sea port stumbled upon something truly bizarre. Amid their routine tasks, they discovered a strange living creature with a long tubular body and a translucent, almost otherworldly appearance. Some thought it might be an internal organ or tissue from a larger organism, but how could something like that still be alive? The unexplained discovery sparked wild theories, from alien life forms to unknown deep-sea creatures. Even now, no one knows exactly what it is or where it came from. Wild enigma. A farmer got the shock of his life when he spotted a huge creature wandering through his field. It had a long, muscular body, strong legs, and a tail almost as long as the rest of the body. The animal moved calmly, heading toward the nearby forest like it owned the place. The farmer had no idea what it was and called it a mystery monster. Some thought it could be a Komodo dragon, but no one could say for sure. Soon the field became the talk of the town, with locals rushing over to see where the creature had been. Legend exposed. A Mexican farmer was checking his crops when he noticed an unusual animal in his fields. At first, he thought it was a stray dog and moved closer to move it away, but as he approached, the creature's strange appearance made him stop. It didn't look like any dog he'd ever seen. Its odd features made him wonder, was this the legendary Chupacabra, stalking for prey? The creature silently wandered the area as if searching for something, but as soon as it noticed the farmer, it moved away and disappeared. Haunting shapeshifter. A man went into his driveway to park his car, but what he encountered felt like a nightmare. A deformed creature suddenly appeared in front of his car, moving on all fours. It ran around wildly, almost as if searching for a place to hide. In the middle run, the creature began changing its shape more than once. Finally, it transformed into a person and calmly walked away. The entire incident was captured on the car's dashcam, and the footage quickly went viral. Many called it proof of a shapeshifter, leading to the area being temporarily closed off. Creepy creature. A video recently surfaced from Michigan showing a strange and rare creature clinging to a tree. The dark figure had a rounded body, short arms, and a long mantle that resembled a squid, though this wasn't like any squid seen before. Soon people started calling it the North American pine squid. Theories quickly spread. Some dismissed it as a hoax, while others believed it could be an undiscovered species, with hundreds of hidden toxic tentacles lying in wait for its next meal. Open discussion. A scuba diver was just doing his usual thing, filming fish underwater, when his camera caught something surprising. He zoomed in to reveal a giant lizard floating in the water. It was huge and looked a lot like Godzilla. Turns out it was a marine iguana, a rare sight in the ocean. While not as terrifying as the movie monster, this giant lizard sure caught everyone's attention. For the diver, the sight was so mesmerizing that it made his underwater adventure even more unforgettable. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more unbelievable encounters. Stay tuned for the next video.